Hey, quick question. Hey, did you hear about the SoCal Diablo that did the superchargers? SoCal Diablo? SoCal Diablo, the guy that has the superchargers for the better than Hensworth or something like that.
Gosh, Hotel Diablo.
No, not Hotel Diablo. SoCal Diablo for the Corvettes. Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I've only had the car for like a year and a half.
But you've always been a Corvette driver, right?
I've had about 3 or 4 of them in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Going way back into the early mid 70s, I got my first one.
Yeah. But you guys checked on like the difference between the Lingerfelders and the other augmented, including Celine?
No.
Nah.
I tell you what, I had an Aston Martin before this. I sold it. I went to the place. I ordered it. A week later, I got it. And I swear to you, it sounds silly. To this day, I've never even read the instruction manual to how to work half the stuff in it.
I thought you guys were like that, where you guys always have to read it so that the insurance will show up. Yeah. So you guys never read the.
I started up.
Because I have to go off.
Yeah, I know.
100. Yeah. That's kind of weird because I remember there was one time. You remember the cards? It's kind of like playing cards for the new Corvettes or new cars in general. They had cards at specific dealerships.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that they would keep track of, the mileage, all that stuff, the owners and everything else, and it was like that type of...
I get these updates all the time saying, here's your miles, here's your tire pressure, here's everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of convenient. Oh, it's very convenient. But it's just really kind of laziness.
It's sort of laziness. It's also depending on like the metals that are used, the metals that are changed out, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I used to help with those. My uncle, he worked on Barracudas only.
Oh, wow.
And he was always changing the parts that would always break into like titanium or something else that they would never break. But then at the same time, you had to quadruple check on certain parts because there's like a small situation that could turn into a big one. Because
I was buying aftermarket parts for several of my cars.
Yeah.
But in the old days, when I wasn't my age now,
yeah,
I would actually do a lot of work on the car.
Yeah.
And now these things are the electronics within it. It's like I don't know anything. I'm gonna start it and that's my day.
It's better that way because there's ways to augment the engine to make it run too pristine to where it would actually have to get rebuilt every single like 3 months or something like that.
This car's so interesting that when you're going on the highway at it, let's say normal speed limit.
Yeah.
It goes from 8 cylinders to 4 cylinders.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that's what they.
You go from getting 18 miles per gallon to 32 miles per
gallon.
And that's fine. But people love to say, "How fast is it going?" I'm like, I gotta watch the video. I've never done it.
Yeah, it was like the inline sixes and whatnot. And then the Wankler rotaries, they said that they always wanted the engines to only go like 2 cylinders, 4 cylinders, and then pull them out. And they said that the reason why they didn't was because there was always patents that were blocking it, or there was always a leak, basically like a tar leak that was basically running over a whole city, so they had to use more gasoline and whatnot. Yeah. But yeah, I was just checking on you guys. I know Sean, the owner of SoCal Diablo, he was trying to make deals with people, but he didn't want it to just be in Texas or something like that, because Texas was always going hella fast and way too fast at certain points.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he was probably trying to figure out how to make the supercharger gas line efficient or fuel efficient. But I don't think he ever found it. Well, he found it, but it was like specialty.
And I wouldn't even say 30 miles is efficient anymore.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
But it's still good, though.
Good stuff. Yeah, 30 miles in comparison to what the 4 cylinders were doing. Yeah, it's doing pretty good.
My car I had for 16 years before this, my Aston Martin, I was getting like 12 miles a gallon.
The Aston Martin, they might have done something different. Usually they get about...
the Vanquish, it was a really big one, the big engine, the 12-cylinder, and it just...
They said they were going to do it like Celine, where if you purchase a car as an order, you get the extra gas mileage because they put the filter, they also do the extra, and then they check on you. But I guess they didn't. It was only 12.
I bought mine in 2005 or 6.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful car,
Yeah.
but it just got to the point where every time you drive around the block, something breaks.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't inexpensive. It was very expensive all the time. So I was going to just store it in the garage. And I thought that's
Yeah.
a waste of money, a waste of insurance and everything. And
Was it an Audi built Austin or something? Because
it's funny you say that because if you peeled away the starter, open the door,
yeah,
it said Audi on it.
yeah, Audi was taking over a lot of really important parts.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the Lamborghini, same thing with several places because they couldn't do it in their shops per se.
Yeah.
Some of the drilling and whatnot they could do, but it was like way extra work. So they basically figured out to just outsource.
But for a medium expensive car,
Yeah.
this is truly one of the best driving vehicles I've ever had.
Nice.
And it's dependable. I've driven across the country twice already.
Yeah.
And nothing happened. I had to get a tire replaced, but outside
Yeah.
of that, change oil and things are good.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
But you have a good day though.
Hey, you too, and sorry for disturbing you. You have a great one.